Orphan karma is a very important karma that many people have in varying degrees. One manifestation of orphan karma is what I call street orphan karma. The other kind of orphan karma is what I call dependency orphan karma, or dependent orphan. These two are contrasted to some degree. Street orphan karma is survivalistic in the way they nurture themselves in terms of food. So street orphan food karma has a certain quality to it. They have a tendency to eat what they can get. People that have orphan food karma eat fast food a lot, and they usually eat fast even, often competitive around food. If food is available, they eat it, though the quality and quantity could be suspect. They often have karma of starvation. They have some propensity for eating disorders. They have difficulty acquiring or choosing good, nutritious food. They eat to survive, not to thrive. They may even eat in secret or may steal food. Dependency orphans are unable to nurture themselves and only eat when they are fed. Like, where's my supper, Mom? They have a tendency to eating disorders too. They can't fix food for themselves very well. They usually don't cook well for themselves. All orphans have a tendency to victim of poisoning karma, digestive issues as well. They're often fat or overeat because when they get food, when will they get food again? They also are too skinny sometimes because of past life starvation and food allergies. Street orphan shelter karma, they sleep whenever they can. They crash at friends, spend lots of time at their friends' houses. They live in substandard housing, garage apartments, basement apartments. More hand-to-mouth lives where they were forced to relocate and have unstable shelter situations. Dependency orphans are institutionally sheltered. They live in orphanages or foster homes or adopted out. Maybe they're sent to a boarding school. They grow up and live at home with their parents. And they need someone to shelter them, a mate or a roommate or siblings to share shelter with. They have trouble getting a place to live without help. They have to relocate often. They have shelter dependent karma. They need someone to shelter them. Sometimes they cling to the substandard house they grew up with, and that's the only situations where their shelter is stable. Unless you're Orphan Annie, orphans have a lot of difficult money karma. She's a great example of a street orphan made good. Street orphans are survivalistic workers and survive by value exchange, often underemployed, and they're living hand to mouth and do undesirable work, but sometimes they think it's great. Dependency orphans need someone to take care of them financially. They survive by position. They are financially failed self-providers. Street orphans are often familyless. They may marry when older usually, but do not often get to keep their families. They go through divorce or rejection. Sometimes street orphans are gay, or they deal drugs to survive, or they're taken away from their families, incarcerated, reform school. They leave home early, and they are victims of family depositioning, often counter-dependent and just want to take care of themselves. They avoid dependency unless forced into it because of the implications of rejection and abandonment. Dependency orphans need someone to take care of them. They go to foster homes, orphanages, always have trouble taking care of themselves. They are failed self-caretakers who marry the banker's son or get in arranged marriages, dependent child karma, trouble getting employment. Orphans have a tendency to create shorter romantic relationships. The effects of orphan karma on relationships is profound. They may have no family, no children, exile from their family, grief, depression, loneliness, feelings of not belonging. One or both parents might be dead or died early, or there was an early divorce. They may have to relocate often. They may cling to a location too under some circumstances. They may come from large families, often the youngest of many children. Orphan karma comes in many degrees of potency and is very common, at least among the clients that I've seen. It's pretty common. And we need to help people with orphan karma. It's definitely a powerful and devastating karma.